Okay, let's just get right into it. The absolute biggest myth in personal finance is that the whole game is rigged against you, right? That you need this massive war chest of cash just to get a seat at the table. Well, in this explainer, we're going to systematically dismantle that idea. We're looking at the actual data, the history of folks who've actually done it, and proving that the main barriers to entry, yeah, they might just be entirely in your head.
So, look, you gotta ask yourself, do you really need money to make money? I mean, it's arguably the most common, stubborn belief in the entire financial world. And honestly, it acts as this massive mental roadblock. It literally stops highly capable people from even trying to improve their financial situation just because they feel like they're starting way too far behind the starting line.
But think about it. If that limiting belief is true, how do we explain the sheer number of self-made success stories out there? Like, did all these individuals just win the genetic lottery? Did they just get lucky? Or is there actually a specific, actionable framework that absolutely ordinary people can use to build extraordinary wealth? Well, spoiler alert here, it's definitely the latter. Section 1. The Great Money Myth, Debunking the Starting Capital Fallacy.
Section 2. Redefining your capital. It's not just cash.
Now look, we do have to acknowledge a little grain of truth here. Having cash, yeah, it certainly creates initial opportunities for sure. It reduces friction. But here is the paradigm shift. Real capital goes far, far beyond just the dollars sitting in your bank account. Real capital actually consists of resources like your time, your knowledge, and your skills used to build wealth. Actually, money is literally only one single form of capital. When you broaden your definition of what an asset actually is, you'll suddenly realize your portfolio might be significantly larger than you initially thought. You see, you likely already possess incredibly powerful forms of capital. We're talking about your time, knowledge, skills, creativity, relationships, and discipline. These are massive, albeit invisible, assets. Think about it. You spend time acquiring knowledge, right? Which then builds high-income skills. Use your natural creativity to foster deep industry relationships. And then you rely on discipline to hold that entire structure together while it scales up. You already have the tools. And history actually provides a super clear blueprint for this. Successful entrepreneurs rarely start by chasing immediate cash or massive venture funding. No way. Step 1 is always solving a serious pain point. Step 2 is building genuine trust with the people who desperately need that solution. And then step 3, rather than upgrading their lifestyle with their very first big paycheck, they aggressively reinvest those early profits right back into their growth. Section 3. Income versus true wealth, knowing the difference. Now this is where so many high earners get trapped. Earning a high income opens doors and gives you room to breathe, absolutely. But listen, you can make $1 million a year, and if your lifestyle costs $1,001, you are actually moving backward. Making a lot of money creates opportunity, sure, but it is your daily financial habits, your saving, your investing, your budgeting, that actually create lasting wealth over the decades. Section 4. Calculating risks and growth. The power of consistency. You know, movies and pop culture absolutely love to show the lone genius betting everything on one single wild idea. But the truth? Many financially successful people are actually incredibly risk-averse. They focus strictly on calculated risks. They gathered the data, they diversify to protect their downside, they continuously study market trends, and they make moves based on solid strategy rather than just taking blind leaps into the unknown. And this right here is the ultimate wealth cheat code. Small, consistent improvement stacking up day after day. It's the magic of compound interest applied to your entire life. Just to put that into perspective, fun fact, Warren Buffett made over 90% of his massive fortune after his 65th birthday, literally just thanks to decades of unbroken compounding. So whether you're funding an index fund, learning a new language, or optimizing a business process, tiny continuous upgrades compound into extraordinary realities. Section 5. The ultimate investment. You. When we talk about compounding returns, we absolutely have to talk about the one asset you completely control. Your greatest assets aren't sitting in the stock market. They are foundational pillars, like learning a valuable skill, improving your communication, understanding finance, and building discipline. I mean, think about it. No market crash can take away your communication skills, right? And no economic downturn can erase your financial literacy. These investments pay literal dividends for the rest of your natural life. Because building wealth, it is a methodical, step-by-step process. It doesn't just happen overnight. Look,
Being born rich gives someone a head start. There's absolutely no denying that. But starting at zero doesn't disqualify you from the race. Countless people have walked this exact path by simply putting one foot in front of the other, focusing on continuous learning, and making smart, incremental decisions year after year.
So, I want to leave you with this final thought. If your time and your skills are your true capital, what are you investing in yourself today? Don't just sit around waiting for some sudden financial windfall to start acting like a wealth builder. Recognize the incredible, invisible capital you already possess, put it to work right now, and take absolute control of your financial future.